Thank you so much, Mr. Wallace. So I'm going to start my questioning by taking it back home. I've mentioned in my opening that the Department of Interior, and particularly Fish and Wildlife and the national parks, play an outsized role in Alaska. So a very broad question for you is recognizing that. How do you intend to approach this relationship with Alaska? And I'll make it a little bit more specific in stating for the record something that you have heard and you have learned. Alaska is different. It includes laws that govern federal land management within the state, like ANILCA, that seeks to strike the balance between conservation and economic development, and striking that balance is not always easy. Last administration, we had a real difficult time trying to find any balance there. So as you share with me and the others how you'll approach this relationship with Alaska, if you can incorporate into your response also what you intend to do to help exercise the federal authorities in Alaska under ANILCA to again achieve and strike that balance.
I think, Senator, my first trip to Alaska occurred almost 30 years ago, and I got my first schooling on the question you just asked me from another Murkowski that held that position, and it was
You probably have retained that lesson for some time.
Well, we went to the final exam at the Chena Pump House after the first 3 or 4 hours of the lesson. So
enough said.
He got me early in my career on, and I do recognize the special relationship between Alaska. You've got probably, what, 55 or 56% of all of the wildlife refuges and national parks in the system. And one of the things that I plan to focus a lot on, if confirmed for this position, is the role of partnerships. I mean, a partner is an easy word to say, but as you probably know more than most, it's a hard word to implement, and especially respecting the government-to-government partnerships between the state and the federal government, the tribes and the federal government, local communities and the government, because the federal government always shows up as the alpha, partner in some of these debates, and that's a model that I will work very strongly to better equalize if confirmed. As I said in my opening statement, I've been around the Alaska issues for quite a while, back in the 1980s, but I'm going to have some some boning up to do too, and I hope to be up in your state soon after being confirmed, and perhaps help you, suggest some itineraries for me to want to get up there.
We've got it mapped out for you already in anticipation of your confirmation. But specific to kind of boning up on ANILCA and some of these other specific land management provisions that are unique to Alaska, we've made some headway in requiring that all department employees in the Alaska region attend ANILCA training. This has been beneficial. They need to understand the implications. So what I is that you'd be able to commit in ensuring that Fish and Wildlife and Park Service employees attend the same type of ANILCA training that other Department of Interior employees attend, again, just so that they can be knowledgeable in these areas of law. The other thing, and you have raised it, the relationship with the tribes. Consultation is of course required with our native peoples. Some federal agencies do consultation better than others. We've been fighting this for years now. Consultation needs to be more than just kind of a check-the-box exercise. And one of the agencies where the consultation has been frustrating is within the Fish and Wildlife Service. They don't currently have any agency policies that address consultation with our Alaska Native corporations. And it's my understanding that Fish and Wildlife has acknowledged that this is lacking, but they don't have any specific plans to address it within a time frame. So I would ask for a commitment that you'll look into this to direct Fish and Wildlife to address the consultation issue with the ANC's in official agency policy so that we can implement better and meaningful consultation.
I do commit to that. I look forward to meeting Tara Sweeney when if I'm confirmed. I know she's highly respected in the world of tribal relations, and I want her as an advisor to me on how the agencies I'm responsible are doing with her and her coalition and constituency. So I look forward to that relationship.
She will be a good guide. Let me turn to Senator Manchin.